morning and welcome to another program of Light and Life. Coming to you from Melbourne, Channel 31. Next, we have a discussion. Bandhu talking to Kingsley Edrivira.
Good morning, Kingsley.
Morning, Bandhu.
See, last few programs we have been talking about ailments affecting our well-being and how to prevent them and so on. So what have you selected for today's discussion?
Well, Bandhu, in a previous program,
Yep.
we spoke about aging.
Yes.
And we looked at the reasons for aging, the theories, the two basic theories which have been put out.
Yes.
If you recall,
yes.
One is that you are born with your genes
yes.
have give you a certain lifespan.
Yes.
And that your DNA triggers a code,
yes.
and the repair process slows down,
yes.
and your longevity is affected by that.
Yeah.
That was called the gene expression theory of aging.
Right.
Then the other one is that when the DNA, through the bundles of chromosome, when they regenerate, the end of the chromosome, the telomere,
yeah.
becomes shorter and shorter, and eventually dies.
Right.
And that was called the stochastic theory of aging.
Yeah.
Now,
Kingsley, and apart from all these theories, general lifestyle also affects the aging, right. Isn't it?
So today, what we are going to talk about is what the common ailments are,
right.
when you age.
Right.
When you get older.
Right.
Now, one of the reasons why I thought we'll talk about it, Bandhu, I know I spoke to a few people,
right.
and when they get older and they complain about their problems, about their sicknesses,
right.
and so I just want to point out to most
right.
of them that this is something which is common to most people,
yes.
and there's no reason for you to get disheartened.
Right.
Now, one of the first things, the problems you face with aging,
yes.
is your vision,
yes.
your eyes.
Yes.
Your eyes become, dimmer. Your retina thins.
Yep.
You develop cataract,
yes.
or most people develop cataract, right? And your eyesight is affected.
Yeah, that's a process of aging causes defects in your eyesight.
That's correct. But then, in most cases, Bandhu, there are remedies for it.
Yeah.
So some are temporary.
Yeah.
You can have prescription glasses,
right.
to address your vision problem.
Right.
Then you can have a cataract operation.
Yeah.
These days, the cataract operations are fairly simple operations,
right.
and these things can be addressed. Now, so there is no reason to get disheartened.
Yeah.
Now, then, other thing, the second thing what happens is hearing, Bandhu.
Yeah.
The hearing problems we addressed in an earlier program.
Yes.
And if you recall, people who get older, more than say 60, are affected by some sort of hearing problems generally. And we said that in that program that you can get yourself tested. Yeah. And we both said that we haven't got ourselves tested.
And also we have pointed out where they can get help.
Correct.
And the government agencies and so on.
That's the government agency was, if you recall, was the Australian Hearing.
Yeah.
And then, Bandhu, your doctor can help you. Yes. Refer you to an ENT specialist,
right.
And in case it's needed,
yeah.
you can be referred to an audiologist and even get yourself a hearing aid,
right.
depending on your circumstances. Okay. So that's another problem.
Yes.
Yes, there's a problem. Yes, it can be addressed.
Right.
Now, the other thing which most people have when they get older is arthritis.
Right.
Now, the most common form of arthritis most people get with age is osteoarthritis.
Right.
That's the degenerative process. It's a degenerative of joint disease.
Right.
Right? That causes pain and stiffness.
Yeah.
Now, as far as my reading goes, to my knowledge, there is no cure. Right?
Yeah.
Weight loss is recommended. Regular exercise is recommended.
Right.
And frequent rest and pain
when you say
relieving
no
medication.
cure, it's once arthritis sets in, you have to try and manage that.
That is correct. And of course, there are pain medications which your doctor can prescribe.
Yeah.
And in the worst case, of course, there could be a possibility of surgery.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the fourth ailment people have when they get older is sleep changes.
Yeah.
And again, Bandhu, these sleep disorders we addressed in an earlier issue, if you recall. We spoke about, the circadian rhythm.
Rhythms.
The clock which dictates your sleep-wake pattern. Now, that, Bandhu, is something which most older people face. Now, they find it difficult to get to sleep. They have a restless time in bed, and they get up at all sorts of odd hours. Now, what they recommend, of course, is that regular bedtime habits should be maintained as much as possible. Then some suggest that warm baths can help.
Yeah.
Then exercise in moderation is also helpful.
Right.
Now, something which I didn't realize, Bandhu, is a little bit of time in the sun is helpful to adjust this, because your circadian clock, I'm told, there's a disorder in that when you get older. And the sunlight plays a fairly big part in these things.
Most of our lives we spend under fluorescent lights and so on, which are artificial lights.
So there is no reason for people to get depressed about this thing. And in worse situations, your doctor can help you with certain medications. Yeah. Now, the fifth thing, Bandhu, is osteoporosis. Now, osteoporosis is... we spoke about this when we spoke about the tea drinking habit.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Now, that is the density of the bones is affected. And if you recall, I pointed out and we discussed about the cells that destroy the bones by removing the calcium and the phosphorus out of the bones, which is called the osteoclasts.
Yeah.
And then there is the rival cells which regenerate and put in new bone, which is called the osteoblast.
Yeah.
And we also spoke that after the age of 30 to 35, Bandhu, that there are fewer osteoblasts than osteoclasts.
Right.
And when this balance tips in favor of osteoclasts, this happens. Now, what is the remedy for that? Well, of course, we spoke about drinking tea as one of the studies.
Which will help.
Okay. But calcium intake is recommended. Then vitamin D is recommended. Of course, you've got to stick with the prescribed levels because you don't want to overdose yourself with vitamins. Now, then low impact weight-bearing exercises are also recommended for this problem.
Yeah. So to end the discussion, Kingsley, so we spoke about various ailments which affects you as you age, which are the vision defects, then hearing defects, osteoporosis, arthritis, And
well, there are other things which we don't want to go into, like cardiovascular things and diabetes and all. But Bandhu, so people have to understand that with age, this is a problem. And I just want to sum up by reminding people of that old saying that in youth, we run into difficulties. In old age, difficulties run into us.
Yeah. So we have to adjust to these things and take necessary precautions and consult doctors and experts and get advice.
That's correct. Okay, Bandhu.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thanks.
That's all the time we have for today. Till we meet again, I'm Mihiri Disanayaka.